And good morning, race fans. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel, here on a beautiful Sunday morning. Well, it's beautiful because we have live racing and a nice carryover in the Pick Six, but a little rain right now. We'll have sloppy conditions today, just like we had yesterday.
Yeah.
But it didn't bother trainer Hugh McMahon yesterday. He had a big 3-win Saturday. He started the day off with a big win in the that 3 other than allowance feature with Colonel Sharp, who's a real nice horse. He had He had 2 nice allowance wins. Colonel Sharp in a big allowance race, and then Wild Dreams in the A other than.
Yeah, Bad Nana was the other one, right? I think that was the nickel claimer. Phillies and Mares going long. But, Colonel Sharp got away at a good price, I thought, all in all. I was surprised at how much money came in on the entry, the Gary Capuano entry, Showalter and O'Dionysus. But it was a weird track, though. Early on, it was like wide sweepers the first couple, and then they kind of got back to where it was, where speed was pretty good. You could be inside if you wanted. It was a little bit of a tricky little track to play out yesterday. But, yeah, Hugh McMahon probably out there doing snow angels in his slop. He doesn't want the rain to end.
He's having a good meet, trainer Hugh McMahon. So he had a 3-win day yesterday. Jockey Jomar Torres, he's our second leading rider. He had 2 wins yesterday. Elvis Trujillo, he's top 5 leading riders as well. He had a 2-win day yesterday. So they all enjoyed the slop yesterday. We have a sloppy track today and a nice carryover in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick Six. Let's show it to you. There it is in bright letters. The 4th largest carryover in the country today right here at Laurel Park. Starts in race 4, the 20-cent Rainbow Pick Six, about $400 shy of $18,000 today. $17,612 is the carryover today. It's the 4th largest carryover in the country. That's going to be well played, just like it's been well played the last 2 days.
Again, yesterday, a nice payout. What was it, $1,200, Stan?
I believe,
yes.
Yeah,
and looking at the lineup of prices, they weren't impossible to come up with. A lot of shorter prices. You had the little bit of a stranger in the Marco Salazar horse that went to the front and was able to dig in for the score, but wasn't a huge price. 20-cent ticket, you're nuts if you're not jumping in. I mean, it just pays time and time again, even with the shorter prices. I expect another good play in it to it today. Now, will you be able to take it down and be the single thing? I don't know, but you know what? You got to play it to get it.
Yep, still paid well yesterday with multiple winners sharing 6 out of 6 payouts yesterday. It's a nice sequence as well today. It starts off with another nice maiden special weight in the 4th race, and you have a starter allowance in the 5th race. You have 2 nice allowance races in races 7 and 8. So it's a nice, and then a nice maiden 40 in the last race. So a nice pick 6 sequence today with that big carryover starting in race 4. Both you and I have tickets for today.
Yeah, I've got a very economical ticket, and I think you can just work off of that if you like. I've got a good base ticket to go off of, and heck, we might even take it down with that. I think race 6 could be the key, though, Stan. That maiden 16 claimer for the Phillies, the 3-year-old Phillies going 3/4 on the dirt. That could produce a decent price horse, a double-digit winner. Other than that, fairly evenly matched. I think a lot of horses are going to key maybe in the last race on the Gonzalez horse jumping Michelle, but other than that, not a ton of slam dunk singles along that sequence.
All right, well, let's show you the track conditions here for our Sunday afternoon. Sunday brunch is cooking. We can smell it from here at the paddock. There's the track. They're sealing it up. We'll have a sloppy track all afternoon, but the rain's supposed to stop and it's supposed to warm up. There you go, 62 light rain. That's not bad for a winter afternoon of racing here in Maryland.
No, not bad whatsoever. The warm up is welcome, no doubt about it. It's been quite raw in this area for the last several days. But, this track could get to Monday. They keep sealing up if this rain stops. Right now, the safe move. It's sloppy right now. No, there's still some standing water out on that racetrack.
All right, let's get right to it here in race 1. Race 1 will start the rolling super high 5 with that low 15% takeout for the super high 5. Every race with 7 or more entries will have the rolling super high 5. So that starts here in race 1. We'll also kick off the early pick 5 here. There's the super high 5. That'll start here in the opener. Then we'll also kick off the early pick 5 here in race 1 with that mandatory payout for the early pick 5. And as always, an industry low 12% takeout on both pick 5s here at Laurel Park. All right, race 1's going 5.5 furlongs in the slop, claiming $5,400. 4 and up, never won 2 lifetime. We have a video spotlight on our favorite name here, Crazy Wild Bill, popular name around here in the Baltimore area, named after the old Baltimore Orioles fan at Memorial Stadium. Here's the race from February 4th here at Laurel in the slop.
Yeah, it picks it up on the outside at a big price that day at 35-1. Crazy Wild Bill, 3 and 4 wide, goes past the dueling leaders, actually gets clear into the stretch and just gets run down. Totally unexpected. I believe came up the inside, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check on this. But Crazy Wild Bill just wasn't quite good enough. Yeah, there he is down to the inside. Game effort. Got out to what, was a decent part of the racetrack that day. But progressing nicely for Brandon McFarland. The guy does a lot of work, hard work. Wins have kind of been few and far between. Maybe this can get him back on the winning track. Well, we're way early. This horse is 7-5, but should float up a little bit from there. Actually, originally had him favored. Even just that glaring number last time out on a surface that I thought he was going to get today, and he's got it. And I think he can go ahead and sit. He'll get position inside. If he wants to go, fine. But I think the intern is pretty quick early, as is Yearbook Balkan, and to the far outside, Majestic Heist. So just, Louis, get this horse in good position the opening furlong, and then I think you can make a move just off the pace like you did last time.
I think the break will be the key. The bug boy, Luis Rodriguez, is going to need to get a good break from the inside here and try to use a little early speed to get a good early tactical position with the 1 Crazy Wild Bill. I think the 3 Summer Run might get a better trip with the Bug Boy West and Hamilton aboard for Dale Capuano. They're hitting at 31%. They just started hooking up with some winners here, and Summer Run, a good effort 2 starts ago on a fast track, 3rd at this level, and then ran an okay 4th last out behind Crazy Wild Bill in the slop. So I'm thinking maybe Summer Run can get a better trip today and turn the tables on our man Crazy Wild Bill.
Yeah, comes out of that race February 4th. Bungalow, first 3rd place finisher, came back to run a big one yesterday. So Summer Run certainly fits. A little bit shorter field, won't have to navigate through many obstacles as he had last time. But he certainly fits to come from off the pace.
All right, and the intern Sharp win in the slop last out to break his maiden in his 15th start. Took him a while to break his maiden, but he'd run some big races before that. He showed talent. Now the light bulb went on last time in the slop. A nice wire-to-wire win, so he's sharp right now. He likes his surface. He'll be speed from the outside, probably get a real nice trip.
Yeah, and you go back November 13th, he was able to kind of sit off of it and make a move. Just didn't quite hold on after opening up 5 in mid-stretch, but against all spun up, a horse that took plenty of money in that 2-in-life condition. I think the intern certainly fits for Howard Wolfendale.
You have a Wilco's Golden Eye rider change there on the 2 Wilco's Golden Eye. You have in your top 3, make it Xavier Perez there, Xavier the X-Man on the 2 Wilco's Golden Eye.
I think just back to a better distance. This is another horse. The 2-back try was the one that caught my eye. Flashed a little speed. Drop back came again, a little bit of a Z pattern. Just didn't really want the distance of ground. Had to do all the dirty work chasing the pace and faded. I think this horse will have a legitimate kick in this field from somewhere mid-pack. He's got to keep him in range. I'd like to see him 3 or 4 out of it mid-turn and then just kind of move up from there.
Right. I throw the 7 in the mix. Majestic Heist from the outside. Strong connections. Decent price here. You get the leading rider, Georgie Vargas Jr. aboard for Mike Pino. Showed speed last out as the favorite up there at Penn National against Nickel 2 Life. Been the beaten favored his last 2 starts. That's why I couldn't pick him higher than 4th.
Right.
But you have speed on the outside with the leading rider, Vargas, probably at a good price.
Yeah, I think he's going to jump off of those prices. He's been well short the last 2. Hasn't really performed at those short prices. Right. A pace factor. Can he hold on? I don't know. Weston goes the other way, but I don't know. I think this horse is going to be part of it. He may get chewed up early. We'll see.
All right, let's take a look here at the second race to kick off the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs here in the second. Maiden claiming 10,000 straight 3-year-olds. And, it's not the toughest group here, so I go with a first-time starter. So do you. The 4, Big Bad Ben, first-time starter here for trainer John Hartzell Jr., 3-year-old by Rock Slide. Out of the mare, Franzanita. The mare was 0 for 5. However, this guy has a full sibling that made $123,000, so that's pretty encouraging. Has some works here at Laurel Park. Decent work from the gate. Last out, February 17th, 3 furlongs from the gate. That was a decent work on an off track. You get the Bug Boy Weston Hamilton. Nice light weight assignment, 111, and Lasix in debut.
A couple decent works. I like the 36-3 out of the gate. Back in late January.
Right.
Talked about the mare. Well, the full brother, 2 for 2 on the wet track.
There you
that
go.
was key. and ran an 81 fig in doing so. So, yeah, Herman's Gold doesn't have a lot of speed. He's shortening back up. If there's a duel up front, he could certainly just kind of pick up the pieces and motor on by late. Right. But I think you've got to try to be – he's going to be a short price. I'll take Big Bag Ben. Hartzell doesn't run at firsters hardly ever.
Right.
Went back on the way back, though. He's done it a few times over the last several years and has done okay, and his horse has done well second time out. I think, aggressively spotted for Hartzell. He wants the money.
All right, we both like the 4 here in the second race, same 4 horses as well. Let's take a look here at the third race. Race 3, we're going 5.5 as well, claiming 5,000. Filly and Mares 4 and up, haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4 is the condition. Scratch to 3, Stormy Mama. I end up on the 6 here, Fly and Flutter. Weston Hamilton and Dale Capuano, they could team up for a big afternoon, and they teamed up for a nice win with this filly last out against Nickel 3 Life. It was a Nickel 3 Life in the slop. They keep her at the $5,000 level today, facing 4 Life. A little tougher condition today, but she likes it here at Laurel Park. She likes it off track, and she'll probably get a nice trip from the outside again today.
With a clean break, she should get a perfect trip. She's only going to be a couple off of it. Mid-turn and charge in from there. Can she pair up the numbers? I think she probably can run somewhere close to what she did last time, and that was on a similar surface as what she's going to get today. Baltimore Street is kind of a key horse at the level, a good horse to work off. I'll go to the 7, Have Hope. I think this is a severe class drop for her. This is going to pick this horse's spirits up. If it doesn't, something's amiss. Had major trouble out of the gate last time on a speed-favoring racetrack. I think she can get the jump on Fly and Flutter around the turn. She's got to be in front of her, turning for home if she's going to get it done, in my opinion. Have hope. Carlos Missy hasn't had a lot of luck on the droppers over the last couple of years, but she's been ambitiously spotted her last 2. She's in a winning spot today.
And she does have a win off track. She should get a nice trip from the 7 hole. So we both like a 6-7, 7-6 exacta here in this race. The 4 Eskin Lady with the hot Elvis Trujillo aboard for Corrales, 3rd at this level. Last out, coming from way out of it at 13-1, and that's probably be the story today. We'll be trying to make a late rally to get a piece of it. Does have a win in the off-going.
This horse picked it up pretty good last time, January 28th. Down inside, negative inside on the 28th. Shifted out a little bit to close in. That was for Open Company. Open. There's some salty run. Sporte Cocher for Kieran. Carolina Gold, who's won a ton of races. Right. You go on the way back. Yeah, if she's cycling back into form, which it looks like she's doing, and she drops into this condition, she's hard to leave out of your exactas.
I used to 5 Antietam Creek to round out the superfecta. She always rallies to get a piece of it, has a win in the off-going. You have an interesting horse there, the 1, Sonora de Lujan, coming off, almost a 3-year layoff here for our man Mike Corrales.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, hey, maybe if they're bringing her back, she wants to run again. I don't know, but she's another one on the go back, has run against some decent horses. And Mike does good work. Stevie Hamilton, his horse will sit back, I believe. Doesn't have much speed at all. Is going to have to sit and make a run from off of it, it looks like. Yeah, but hey, if the mare wants to come back, take the shot.
Let her come back. All right, so nice beating nickel there in the 3rd. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, today's Rainbow Pick 6 here at Laurel Park has the 4th largest carryover in the country. It starts in race 4. Nice maiden special weight to kick it off. Both Keith and I have tickets. We'll take a look at that right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Today at the races here on a nice Sunday morning, almost Sunday afternoon. We kick off the 9-race card. First race post time is 12:30. The 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 4. Nice maiden special weight to kick it off. There's the carryover today, $17,612. It's the 4th largest Pick 6 carryover in the country today. Gulfstream has the biggest, then Santa Anita, then Aqueduct, and then ours. It'll be well played like the last couple of days. Both you and I have a ticket for it.
Absolutely. I'll take 17 grand or 20 grand or 22, whatever. That'll work for me.
It'll be close to about 30,000 today to pull, probably at least.
I don't need a whole lot to make it through.
All right, there's your ticket.
There we go.
Let's take a look.
$24 ticket. What I think was 18.
I like it.
Get you started. 4 and 5 in race 4, starting this rainbow pick 6 with that $17,000 carryover. Race 5, we're going to go ahead and single star 80. I think she's back on the upward trend, gets good position in this race. Race 6 is the spread. This is a race where I'd like to go a little bit deeper if I could. If you can afford it, grab a friend, grab a partner, and add a couple horses in race 6. 1, 3, 7, 9, 10. Then we're going to go to race 7 with the 1, 2, 3. Race 8, 1 and 3, Mischief Ma and Candy Coated Dame. One of the Claudios gets it done for you in race 8. And in the 9th, the 3, Afeginamante for Phil Schoenthal. And there's Claudio again with the 7, Jumping Michelle. I think race 6 is the key to get the bigger price to pump up your payout in this pick 6.
I'm 5 deep in race 6. All right, let's take that's a very affordable ticket you have, $24 ticket. You can see both these tickets on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. There's my ticket, $60 play. I'm going to go 5 deep here in the 4th race. It's a tough maiden special weight. I'm using everybody but the 1 here in race 4. Race 5, a nice $7,500 starter allowance for filly and mares. The 2, Lady Terp, has been good to me recently. I like her with the horse you like, the 8-star 80. Race 6, you're right, you have to spread deep in race 6. That's a wide open maiden 16 for 3-year-old fillies going 3/4. I go 5 deep there in the 6th race. The 3, Parched Ghost, gets Vargas aboard at 8-1 for trainer Jamie Ness. So I used the 3 and 4 others there in race 6. My best bet of the day, my key horse here, the 2, Beautiful Maiden, in race 7. She's been in very good form recently, just missed at this allowance level last out. I like the 2, Beautiful Maiden, my key horse here in the 7th race. Then race 8, I love the 1, Mischief Mass, but my top pick, the 5, Socially Driven, with that speed on the outside for trainer Wayne Potts. So I'll go 1-5 there in the 8th race. Then I'm going 3 deep. Race 9's a tough race. That's a nice maiden 40 for 3-year-old fillies going a mile. I like the 7, Jumping Michelle on top, but she doesn't have to win. I'll use the 3, Afeginamante, as well as the 8, Towson's been consistent, and Towson stepping up first off the claim for Scott Lake today. I think the 8, Towson with Fergal Lynch is live at 9-2 there in the 9th race. So I love the pick 6 sequence today.
How about Potts, though, in the 8th? You know, he's got 2 horses
Socially driven.
Both speed horses. Interesting move. I mean, you don't want them to burn each other out.
Right.
And Montanez, Rosario, jumps off the 5, who he won with last time, to go to the 6. Tricky. Stuff you got to read between the lines sometime. But you're right, a good little progression of races for the pick 6.
All right, let's take a look here at the 4th race. A nice maiden special weight for filly and mares, 3 and up. Interesting condition here, 3 and up. Filly and mares, maiden special weight, going 7 furlongs. We also kick off the middle pick 4 here in race 4. I go with the 5, Sister Patricia on top for trainer Daniel Velasquez. This barn had a winner here the other day or last weekend. You get the 2nd leading rider, Jomar Torres, who had a 2-win day yesterday. Torres jumps on this filly today, a good 2nd at this level. Last out behind Ghoul's Night Out. This filly, this will be the 3rd race back off a long layoff. She's in good form and should get a beautiful trip today from the 5-0. You like her too.
Yeah, she looks like she could be, I shouldn't say controlling speed. Maybe Cut Time will go ahead and roll from the outside. But Sister Patricia is tactical enough. And Ghoul's Night Out really came back and ran a 77, went 2-1 in an allowance. Next time out, beating ahead. So she is clearly the horse to beat. She'll be favored. The 4 My intrigues me. This first starter for Brittany Trimble, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first starter.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 4-year-old filly by Medaglia d'Oro out of a mare Proposal that has produced, a lot of really nice runners. A long list of multiple winners, horses that ran fast going shorter distances. 7 furlongs, not an easy distance to come back to, but I like the mile work. I like the progression of works for Oh My. Lasix goes on. Virgil? Why not? I think if anybody's going to jump up and run a big one, she's fresh. This horse could run the race to go ahead and upset the favorite number 5, Sister Patricia.
I didn't use the 4 in my top 4, but I did use the 4 absolutely on my pick 6 ticket. You're right. This is the first starter for trainer Brittany Trimble. She's been an assistant trainer around here for trainer Ron Moquette.
Okay, yeah.
She's been an amateur jockey. She's won some amateur races as an amateur jockey. Her first start as a trainer today, and you're right about the breeding here. This filly by Medaglia d'Oro, a half to Inspired, who made over $439,000, and then 4 other siblings who made over 100,000. So coming off a long layoff today, tough to do 7 furlongs, but she gets a top rider. Fergal Lynch should take the call. So be interesting. The tote board, the odds board of this filly early on. Oh my, that was Dick Enberg's famous call. Right?
That's right. Yeah, we lost Dick Enberg not too long ago.
Yep.
One of my favorite announcers, no doubt. He covered anything. He was with the First Breeders' Cups, right? If I'm not.
He did horse racing as well. Yeah.
So oh my, I'm going to use. I think she could run a big one off the lip, but the road's clearly going to go through. I think Sister Patricia, when they turn for him, she should have the lead. Bash could improve. We saw Katie Voss with a second time out horse not too long ago. And Lemon Drop Kitty, she just kind of she just didn't really have much speed the last couple of races before the layoff. I'll be interested to see, but this is a good stat, a good angle for Jason Egan. Route to sprints, 29%, only a 7-horse sample, but a good ROI. I've chased this filly around Lemon Drop Kitty. She hasn't really followed through. Maybe this is the move, 7 furlongs for her.
All right, nice maiden special weight here to kick off the big pick 6 today. Let's take a look here at the 5th race. We start the late pick 5 in race 5. No carryover today, but as always, more money back to you with that industry low, 12% takeout. Pick 5 starts here in race 5. We're going 7 furlongs, competitive 7,500 starter allowance contest here for filly and mares 4 and up. We have a video spotlight of the 8-star 80. She's going to break from the outside today. She'll get a beautiful trip with Edwin Gonzalez, just like she did back here February 3rd, going a mile here at Laurel.
Yeah, 2 for 2 at the 7 furlong distance. You're going to see her here. She just kind of goes and controls. It was 3 wide early and just kind of goes clear of a good field. Miss Nosy at 1-2 wasn't good enough. Lady Turp makes a run at her. She wasn't good. Look at the other ones. Under a drive behind her. Jockey Eddie Gonzalez still has not asked her. He does just about the 3/16 pole, and she responds and holds firm by 3 lengths at the wire. That's good enough, guys. Star 80 draws the outside. There's not a ton of real zip in this field. She's shown some good speed in the past, as evidenced 2 races back where she just got softened up a little bit and then faded 4th, beaten 3 lengths. This is a good spot dropping back here. The starter position works well for Star 80. Stalk and pounce move for Gonzalez and Maldonado.
She'll get a beautiful trip. She's a 6-time winner here at Laurel Park. I like her. I use her in my exact. I use a 2 and the 8 here on my pick 6 ticket. The 2's just been so consistent recently. Lady Turp for trainer Scott Lake. I've liked her last 4 starts. She's 2 wins, 2 seconds her last 4 starts. She's a 7-time winner here at Laurel Park. She loves to come from behind. She's a closing sprinter. Even though she's 0 for 5 at this 7 furlong distance, she has finished second 3 times going 7 furlongs. I like her today to get up with Ricardo Chappie at a 9, maybe 9-2. That's a decent price here for Lady Turp.
She might come down a little bit off. A little tricky race to do the line on. Star 80, I think, will come down a little bit as well. Alan Nath is a question mark. Horse gets pounded up at Penn National at the windows, and she performs. She loves
very
Penn National.
consistent.
Can she transfer that form here? She's had a little bit of a freshening, draws inside. She's going to have to bring her A game, though, to upset a couple of these horses.
Yeah, she's a 2-time winner in the off-going. I wanted to use her in my top 4. I appreciate that form up there. She has at Penn National, the one Elnath for a winning outfit here. Timmy Kreiser, 27% winners last year for the Kreiser barn. So she has a tough inside post today. I think she's going to be covered up in traffic early on down the backstretch.
She could. Look at her come on. In the Navy now, we know what kind of form she's been in of recent note, and she's right there with her, 76. Right. So nice competitive field in the 5th. We're going to have a scratch the 3 Lemon Lover out of race 5.
We both go against the 7 Miss Nosy. She's been a money burner her last couple races, beaten favored at this level.
Yeah, she just kind of was spinning her wheels at 1-2. We just saw that video. Wouldn't be surprising. Claudio Runner jumps back and runs the 2-back try where she got away with things awfully easy on the front end but couldn't hold off Lady Turp. I'm going to use her underneath. That's it, and just lightly underneath.
All right, so a real nice 7,500 starter allowance here in the 5th to start to late pick 5. We start to late pick 4 here in race 6. Maiden claiming 16,000 4 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. I go the way outside here, the 10 Soft Landing. Jockey Elvis Trujillo riding extremely well right now. He gets on this filly for trainer Jose Corrales. An okay third last out against Maiden 25,000 company. We take a little bit of a drop here today. She should get a trouble-free trip coming from behind on the outside.
Yeah, no doubt. I think just this little subtle drop is good enough to put her into the mix. A wide-open race is race 6. I do believe money is going to come in for the 1. Lady by Choice, make the rider Furial Lynch on the 1. 2-1 morning line. Maybe she'll float up a little bit, but, that looks like a dramatic drop. 50 down to 16.
What's this guy doing over here?
Yeah, the squirrel. He's having some fun. He caught a piece of something. He's having a blast. But anyhow, maybe you can just drop that piece of paper on our on our form here and give us the winner. I'm going to try to get past her at a short price. I think the 3 Parched Ghost is interesting for Jamie Ness. Took playing debut back in the summertime at Delaware in a maiden special weight. Excuse off of a layoff, a little drop. Another excuse, steadied at the 16th pole, was down inside a little bit early, which is where you didn't want to be. Late 6 goes on and attracts Vargas. Maybe that's a little bit of a tell for the 3 Parched Ghosts, and you should get a fair price on her.
I threw her on my pick 6 ticket. You get the leading rider Vargas at a decent price, first time Lasix on the drop with a top barn. Had a trouble trip last out, so I don't have the 3 in my top 4, but I absolutely use the 3 on my pick 6 ticket. The 1 taking a big drop in class and might not get the best trip breaking from the inside, but should appreciate the class relief against this group today.
Absolutely agreed there. The 7, Oh So Lovely, another one. Kind of just was overmatched, clearly overmatched in the Rumor Ridge race. Drops back to a level. You look at that 3-back race back in November for 16. Buyer of 41. That fits with, beats pretty much everything in this field, save the 1 horse. So she's another one. She'll probably come from mid-pack for trainer Carlos Mencia. And Deb's the Boss. Finally got to the outside. Was hampered by inside positioning her first couple starts. Now drew the outside. She could be the speed of the speed in race number 6.
Another perhaps bomb here in this horse. You mentioned a better outside post for the 9 Debs the Balls last time and today. She breaks from the 9 hole. How about the 8 picture?
Yeah.
She had to break from the 1 hole in a big 12-horse field in her debut, and she didn't break very well, understandably slow, got shoveled. It all went bad, but now she gets a much better outside post today. The Bug Boy stays aboard for Donnie Barr. This filly could jump up and run a much bigger race today, the 8.
No doubt. The 8 and the 11, kind of similar trips. I believe the 8 had a little bit more trouble. As you talked about, slow start from the inside, a little shuffle. Both of them, though, finished with interest. I know the buyers aren't there, but, it's very, very possible that they make a bigger jump second time out with a clean trip, and you've got a live rider in the likes of Weston Hamilton. 30-1, and you're going to get somewhere near 20, 30-1. On this filly.
So I'm 5 deep on my pick 6 ticket here in race 6. You're what, 6 deep in this race?
5 deep, but I say go more if you can.
That's could be a bombs away here in race 6. All right, a couple nice allowance races 7 and 8 late here in the card. Race 7 will kick off the final pick 3. We're going a mile. Filly and Mares 4 and up. Other than we have a video spotlight here on the 1A Charity Stripe for trainer Anthony Ferrier. Here's the race from January 15th.
Yeah, and this horse actually picked up the pace back there in the blue, shifted out, closed up willingly to be 5th that afternoon, and that was a key race. His speed was pretty good on the front end. Keep your distance, Candy Coated Dame, 1-2. This horse willingly late after a little bit of a trouble was rated back off the pace at this mile distance. Charity Stripe could be dangerous from a stalking spot.
Gets Boca Chica aboard today. You pick her. Do you pick the 1A?
Yeah, in the mix, 1A. You're getting both of them, so yeah. Both of them I consider.
Okay,
both
all right.
are factors.
All right, the 1 Sneaky Betty for Claudio. I picked the 2 on top here. My best bet of the day. Beautiful Maiden for trainer Jose Rodriguez. Ricardo Chappie on this 4-year-old filly. She's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. Been in very good form recently. I liked her 2 starts ago at 14-1 against open 15,000 claimers. That was a big tell that she was in very good form. And then so wasn't much of a step up at all last out when she got beat ahead against first level allowance company going 2 turns. She's posted up a couple 71 buyers. Now cuts back to the mile today. I like that. She's got to run 3 strong. If she runs well today, which I'm hoping, she's my best bet. It'll be 3 strong races in a row. So I'm hoping she keeps her good form. She's been in good form recently, so hopefully it doesn't change today.
No, I don't think it will. She's just become it looks like a horse for course. She loves Laurel Park. Got a little bit of a break, 3 weeks since that February the 3rd race. Maybe the mile 16 was just stretching because Choppy gave a perfect ride on this filly last time out and got through along the inside, shook clear. Hammy's horse Prevailing Party was stretching back out of that race. The Charity Stripe was in and was able to get up and wear down Beautiful Maiden just in the shadow of the wire. It was a brutal beat. We liked Beautiful Maiden that day. We're going to take her again. Positionally, I think she goes ahead. I'm not terribly concerned about the inside. She has enough speed to be close. She was up close to that 45-4 2 races back, and she's a grinder. She's won 6 races. A lot of these horses only won 1 race, 2 race. She knows where the wire is. I think she can get it done.
All right, so we both like the 2. Beautiful Maiden here in race 7. Nice allowance for filly and mares. Another nice first-level allowance contest here. Race 8 for filly and mares 4 and up. We're going 5.5 here in the 8th race to kick off the late daily double. The one's going to be awfully tough. The barn loved this filly last out, Mischief Mass, for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. They loved her last out. She didn't have the best trip. She had a little traffic turning for home, a decent second that day. She's going to have to, once again, navigate a good trip from the inside. We both pick against her. I know she's in good form. I go with the speed on the outside, the 5 Socially Driven. But you made a good point earlier. The Wayne Potts barn with 2 speedballs in here, the 5 and the 6, the 5 Socially Driven in much better form right now. She's won 2 in a row, race down at Tampa and then last out in the mud here at Laurel Park. So I'm hoping she can have a similar trip today with that speed on the outside in the mud here with Carol Cedeno. I like the 5 Socially Driven on top.
Yeah, there's a chance that, the 6 goes and she just lays just off of them. I mean, They both have good speed, and comparatively to the rest of the field, they definitely could be 1-2 mid-turn, and then Socially Driven just take aim on Troublesome. We'll see. I like Candy Coated Damon here. I think just kind of up the parks, maybe didn't like the track. Big field, 10-horse field, was out wide against a pretty honest pace and just couldn't kick into it. Much better. Should get a much better trip today back at Laurel track that she's run well out. Keep Your Distance a key horse. Came back and ran second on the race into that 2 other than condition.
Yeah, Claudio's going to be awfully tough here. He gets Gomez on Mischief Mass, who's in great form. He gets his main go-to guy, Torres, here on the 3 Candy Coated Dame. They're a solid 23% together from about 150 horse sampling. So Candy Coated Dame, she likes it here at Laurel Park. 0 for 4 in the off track, but she's run a couple decent races in the off going.
Yeah.
So I use her in my top 3. I only used the 1-5 on my pick 6 ticket here in this race, but awfully worried about the other Claudio horse, the 3 Candy Coated Dame. The 2 No Picnic could be right there for Trombetta as well. A couple nice allowance races there in 7 and 8. A nice maiden claiming $40,000 for you in the 9th race for straight 3-year-old fillies. We're going a flat mile. My top pick here was the 5 Welly. That filly scratches, so now I end up on the 8-5 favorite here, Jumping Michelle for Claudio Gonzalez. Torres will ride. Decent, a real good effort last out, coming off about a 4 or 5 month layoff. A real good second at this level, going 6 furlongs at 7-1. Went to the front that day, and a real good second though, coming off the layoff. Now second off the layoff, going to try to use that speed, stretching out to a mile today. You just have to, she could come up short here going a mile, but she might get in front and just keep on going all the way.
Yeah, and if the track the way played later in the card, she could just bounce to the front and go ahead and control it. She ran quick on the front end last night. Just got beat by a firster that was well-meant, well-schooled, elevated vision for Schoenthal, and got the job done. And she was our video spotlight horse last time out because of that 2-back try where she had a lot of trouble, but a lot of grit and a lot of determination to come back and close some ground late. She looks clearly like the one to beat to catch on the front end. Claudio, very dangerous sprinter route, as evidenced by that 26% winning percentage. As Fez Namonte, we've got a video spotlight from the January 19th race where the Lasix went on. This horse ran much better than debut, but was really handled at the break, just jostled around there, just absolutely pinballed. You ever get hit that hard? It's like the way that baseball felt when it got me, Stan.
Right.
Just knocked around at the gate. A lot of bouncing going on around there. You had to steady and check, and really ran willing to the wire. Cherry and the Hawk, the other Schoenthal horse, ran off by 8. This buyer number is good enough, the 43. How much does she have to improve? A length or two, and that break might have just cost her that much from the last race. This horse is dangerous, second-time blinkers. I think the 3 and the 7, very tough to beat. No, you got to worry about Towson, though. She's run well, and she caught a horse that's on a roll in Chansey last time out.
Yeah, Towson's been very honest in both her starts, and she was claimed last out for maiden 16. Takes 2 jumps up the ladder today. First off the claim here for Scott Lake. We know he can. We know he's dangerous with the claimers. Fergal Lynch should get a nice stalking trip here with the 8 Towson on the outside.
Yeah, you gotta like a horse. She claimed for 16. You can go up and bump to this 40 to 32 range, and she's live for a $33,000 pot.
Yeah,
that's what you like when you're an owner and a trainer.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so nice pick 6 sequence today. Starts in race 4 with that maiden special weight. It's the 4th largest pick 6 carryover in the country today, almost 18,000. Both Keith and I have tickets. They're on the laurelpark.com website, so check them out. We're on a sloppy track today. No rain right now.
Yeah, and it's tightening up a little bit, so we're going to keep you abreast of the situation. And a little bit more of a breeze right now, Stan, since in the last 15 to 20 minutes or so. So, we could get the money. Just watch the monitor, and we'll keep on top of it.
All right, Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.